here with John Wallace at the Willow Tree first golf tournament, raising money for kids. And what does it mean to you for the Willow Tree Foundation to be a part of this and helping out kids? Because I know that's something that's important to you.
I just feel good to be included in this whole situation, man. A guy by the name of Bob Lyons, who's going to help put all this together, contacted me and asked me if I'd be interested in coming up and playing some golf and trying to raise some money for the cause. And I told him absolutely, so that's why I'm here now, and hopefully we can reach our goal of raise enough money for these kids.
And just talk about what you've done in the last few years here to help kids out. And we'll talk about your basketball team in a minute, but what else you've done to try and bring these kids up and raise them the right way?
Well, I have a youth mentoring program that I've been part of for the last 3.5, 4 years. We launched it, and we've been doing really good. We just recently became international, so we're over in Toronto talking to kids now. Our next focus is trying to get down to New York City and get into those 5 boroughs. But it's been really good. It's been fun. It's been life-changing, changing kids' lives and making them and having them do things they normally wouldn't do. And it's a great feeling.
And, making sure that, athletes are making those good decisions in life and also looking at education and taking care of their money. Just go into what you've done to try and help them in those areas.
Well, I always tell guys, first of all, man, only buy what you need, don't buy what you want. Put some money aside no matter what for a rainy day. Limit your amount of things that lose value immediately, like trying to buy cars. And if you're going to invest in some real estate. And get some guys that you trust that can handle your money if you can't handle your own.
And then as far as your basketball team, the 44 Elite, go into that and what you've tried to do to build a program there to help these kids, find their place on Division I teams.
44 Elite's my new team. It used to be Upstate Elite, but I'm not really upstate no more per se. I'm down in New York City, so I formed this whole 44 Elite. And it's doing the same thing, sending kids to college and traveling and giving kids opportunities to play in front of college coaches and college scouts that they don't have.
And looking at some of the players on your team, who are the real standouts for you right now in 44 Elite?
Elijah Boone we're working on possibly having Thomas Bryant playing with us this year. Got another kid out of New York, Jeremy, he's young, so I don't really want to say his whole name yet. But he's going to be really good. And my son plays on it, my son Joey Wallace. So, I'm just focused on that, getting ready for next year already. And we're going to the John Lucas Invitational in a couple weeks and see where our guys stand and see what we have to work on.
And playing in that John Lucas tournament, what is that going to do for your athletes to be a part of that?
Well, hopefully they get their butt kicked a little bit so they go home and work harder. And it's always good to get your butt kicked and make you work harder.
And, with the children that you have and, sending one out to college and having Joey on your team, is there a future for your children in this sport? And, if there is, what would it mean to you?
Well, there's definitely a future because my son has a full scholarship right now, so that means more than anything right now to me. It's hard to achieve a full athletic scholarship, and he's able to do so. We're still on course for our goal. Our goal is to go to play 4 years of college ball and get a job overseas and start making your own living. So we're still on course for that, and my son Joey's next up.
And what does it mean to you to be a part helping the Knicks out now, a team that you got to play for and a team who you spent a lot of your career with?
It's fun, man. I mean, just getting around with all the old guys I used to play with. They're still all part of the organization. John Starks and Larry Johnson and Allen Houston, all those guys who were on the team when I came in. So it's nice that we're still a part of the Knicks, and it's nice. It's even nicer to still get checks from the Knicks and stuff. So I couldn't ask for a better situation, man, with my role with the Knicks right now.
And what are you doing specifically to help them out?
Just some PR stuff and some fan development stuff, and just whatever they ask of me at this point.
And then going back to your college roots, being in upstate New York for the Willow Street Foundation golf tournament, and also being close to Syracuse, you stay close to the program. What can you say about the upcoming season?
It's going to be great, man. I think we're going to turn a lot of heads this year. I think Michael Carter Williams is going to be the key. He's going to have to run our team efficiently, and I think he can. Grant is going to have to be our go-to guy and get some big baskets for us in timely situations. And Raheem and CJ and Grant and Sutherland are going to have to play big inside and control the boards for us.
And looking at those two guys that are coming in, Jeremy Grant and Davon Coleman, being a big man for Syracuse, what can you say about these athletes and what's to expect in your mind?
I just hope they expect what we expect from them, just to come in and play, do your job, and do it well, and try to mesh together as a team as early as possible so we can make our run late in the season.
And any feeling from you with the Big East, this being the end? I mean, that's where you played your time in your career, and now you're going to be looking at the ACC for a team.
ACC, but I'm in love beating Duke and Duke. That's all I can say.
And then as far as the future for Syracuse, any recruits that have really left you feeling good about the future?
Isaiah Briscoe and Thomas Bryant, I think, are head and shoulders above a lot of most of the 2015 class.
And what is it about Briscoe and Bryant to put them there for you?
Briscoe's just a very strong, polished guard who's virtually unstoppable. And Thomas Bryant is a 6'9", shot blocking, 3-point shooting, offensive juggernaut. So, I think they're both going to be really good.
Before I let you go here, looking at the fact that, the Knicks are going to be coming and playing an exhibition game at the Carrier Dome.
October 22nd, baby.
And what does that mean to you? Because they did that a few years back, and now Carmelo Anthony's going to be coming home.
It's nice, man. I remember when Carmelo came back up here a couple years ago. I also remember when I played for the Knicks, we had games up here for exhibition season. So it's always fun to have the original college fan base able to see you playing in the pros. It's nice.
And as far as, being on my team for this Willow Street Foundation tournament, tell everybody how well I golfed today.
Dan Tortora is absolutely horrendous at golf. And I'm just a little bit better.